Hello. Hello. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Hello. It is Wednesday, hump day for some people. I am humpless. This is a humpless hump day. I'm not, it's humpless day. I'm feeling completely humpless. So, let me say hello to everybody. Hello to Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sus and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and N1QOV and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and Philip Chandler and Sam and St. Clinton, Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover. Hello. Let me make sure I got everyone. Bill Knaus, Scott Kimmis. Hello, Wing Doggy. Sturgis Guy says, "Are you okay?" I'm okay. I'm okay. Are you okay? Hi, Sturgis Guy. Yeah, I'm just humpless. Sam says he can help. So, yeah, no, I'm just, I was ranting yesterday, and I'm still ranting today. Not only do we have horrible, unjustified shootings of poor innocent lions, but we also have unjustified shootings of poor innocent humans. People getting killed. They released a video of a black man pulled over in Cincinnati. Police, not even a real cop, a university cop, shot him in the face. He pulls the guy over, he says he doesn't have his license, he tells the guy to undo his seatbelt and get out of the car. So the guy starts to undo his seatbelt to get out of the car, and the cop shoots him in the face. And then tries to lie about it. The guy was like instantly dead. I mean, he shot his head off. Then tries to lie about it, and it's on his cop on the video camera thing. They didn't want to release the video because obviously people are going to freak out. The cop tries to lie about it and says, "Oh, there was a struggle, and the guy tried to get my gun," and no. The cop said, undo your seatbelt and get out of the car. And as soon as the guy started to do that, he shot him. And then the guy, his body like fell, and the car rolled across the street. And they're like, yeah. And they tried to make it like that was that. Then that's when they shot him. But no, that's not when they shot him. They shot him right in the face. And then there was this, poor little girl killed, 8-year-old girl killed by her 15-year-old neighbor. What is wrong? The guy who shot the lion is trying to act like he is all innocent. I didn't know. Except this isn't the first time he's been convicted of this same crime. Yeah. It'd be a lot more innocent if he hadn't already have a felony conviction for poaching a bear in Wisconsin. Did the same thing. Killed a bear on an preserve area where you're not supposed to kill a bear. Then tried to make it look like he killed the bear somewhere else. Same thing. And so this time he's trying to pretend like he didn't know that the lion wasn't a special lion, and he didn't know he was doing anything against a permit, and that's why they lured the lion off the preserve with meat, baited him, lured him away under cover of night. The guides got him off of the preserve, the nature preserve, so they could say, "Oh, we didn't go on the preserve." Well, they got the lion off the preserve, and then they put a spotlight on him. The guards put a spotlight on him. Say, "Okay, Mr. Bigwig, put this in the dark in the spotlight with the lion eating meat. Now you can shoot him." That's a big man. Sturgis guy says, I bet he sexually assaults his patients while they're under. Now that you bring that up, he had a sexual harassment charges brought to him up against one of his employees. Filed charges against him, and he paid a couple years ago $127,000 for sexual harassment. Yeah, this guy, he hired a PR firm to try and make him sound like, oh, I feel so bad, I didn't know, I just like to hunt. The PR firm has dropped him. And you know, it's one thing if you are a hunter and you're hunting and you're actually, you know, there are people who hunt and eat animals, and I don't have a big problem with that. If you're hunting and you're feeding your family, there's people. In fact, my father did that when we were little. If you do eat meat and you hunt, that's something. But there's all these people who spend $50,000 to go on a big game hunting where they've got power weapons and trucks and professional guides who live there who basically get the animal in position. Basically get the animal in position like they did with this guy. They baited the animal off of a preserve with meat, got him feeding on a pile of meat, put a spotlight on it, and then let Mr. Bigwig shoot him in the spotlight. Now, I don't know about you guys, for anyone who's a professional hunter or likes to hunt, but I don't see how you can actually call that hunting. That seems like that does not seem like hunting, really. That is a guy who wants to kill something. And I saw online, he's got all kinds of pictures of him, you know, with a dead rhinoceros and all kinds of big game animals. Now, this guy is not eating those animals. In fact, nobody's eating them. With the lion, they skinned him and took the head off and left the body there. Nobody's eating this lion. He's not helping anyone. The African tribe in the nearby village, they're not eating. Nobody's eating. He's killing these gigantic, beautiful, endangered species animals and then just leaving them to rot. David Jones says, game wardens in Zimbabwe have shoot-to-kill orders for poachers. Yes, it is a big crime in Zimbabwe, and because of that, that is why, David Jones, why they did it, under cover of darkness and lured the lion off with meat and lured him away in the darkness. And that's also why they're using bow and arrows for the first shot, because it's quiet. The game wardens are not alerted. There's no shotgun noise that they can hear, so they're quiet. So this is all sneakiness. This is all just like 10 pounds of sneakiness in a 5-pound bag, and this guy is trying to pretend like he didn't know. He's a liar, pants on fire. That's what's taking my hump away. You want to know what's for all this injustice? I'm fighting against injustice. You know, if Superman were here, he would be kicking some butt right now. Yes, Sam says, I did read it. Yes, this lion had a GPS collar. He'd been studying. He'd been one of the animals that they'd been studying for like 10 years. Had a collar on a preserve. And yes, Sam is pointing out, first they shot him, and then as he was like bleeding and dying, it took 40 hours. So this animal was suffering too. 40 hours of dragging his bleeding body through across the desert, and finally catch up, and then they shoot him. And Tisa says, yeah, and now all of his, because he was the alpha head of the way the lions go, he was the, you know, the alpha male. now that he's gone, the next guy, the second guy in command, the second lion, it will be the alpha male, which means that there's a big chance that all of his babies, his cubs, will be killed and eaten, because lions do that. So it's not just, yeah. Marcel says that's how nature works. Well, but that's nature. That's not a guy luring him out with two guides and a truck and a spotlight, and I want the same thing. $55,000. I want to shoot it really. And that's not a cops pulling people over and arresting them for no reason. That's not people dying for no reason. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of this. Every day on the news. Are you all sick of seeing every day on the news some horrible injustice? How many African American people have died in jail or by police this summer, or have been abused? Now with the proliferation of cameras and stuff, we're seeing all this stuff, and it is very disturbing to me. I don't know if you guys watched the video of, because I don't want to give all of my anger, all of my righteous indignation just to the lion, because Sandra Bland, the woman in Texas, she deserves our justice, our righteous indignation too, because she should never have been in jail for 3 days. I don't know what happened, if they killed her or if she really hung herself, but it sounds kind of fishy, because they're like, so you don't go to jail for not signaling. And then this cop, I watched the entire video, he was abusing and threatening and provoking her, and it was completely, David Jones says you go to jail for resisting arrest. Yeah, but she wasn't resisting arrest. First, legal experts, you don't have to put out a cigarette. A cop is not supposed to threaten to light you up, to harm you with a taser because you have a cigarette. He had no reason to tell her to get out of the car. He wouldn't give her any reason why. Then he says she's being arrested. She says why. He won't tell her. And then he puts her in handcuffs. And then he's dragging her around. And she said, "Stop dragging me around." Then he's pushing her down. You have a right to defend yourself. She's not resisting arrest, but she was mouthing off to him. But that is not a crime. You're allowed to be mouthy. That is not a crime. You're allowed to be grouchy. You're allowed to be bitchy. That is not a crime. And that is not illegal. So if you watch the tape, and then I watched, yeah, she wasn't assaulting him at all. And not only that, watching the tape, but then when you see what he put in his report, I put a link up of you watch the tape, what happens, then you hear what he tells his commander, which is the opposite of what's happening on the tape. Then you see what he wrote in his report. He lied a whole bunch of times. David Jones, really, is somebody paying you to say this stuff? Somebody pay you to say this stuff? Yeah, no, this is completely unjustified. That was a guy on a power trip. No, this is not a point of view. This is not even something that's a point of view. This is a fact of law. This isn't even my opinion. I've read stuff where legal experts, lawyers who have watched this and then commented on all the illegalities that are happening. And so it's not my opinion of what was illegal or not illegal. This is fact. of what was illegal and what was written and said. You can see it and read it and hear it. So. It's really, David Jones. Are you working for the Koch brothers? I'm surprised by some of the things you say. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff going on. It's making me. It's taking away my hump. It's making me angry. I want to stand up for justice and equality and right and fairness. When Doggy says he's been abused many times himself. Marcel says every now and then an angry hump is an angry hump for a change is not that bad. Yeah. Well, the only good news so far that I saw in the news today was there's some teenagers that were, I think it was in Carolina or Florida, had gone out on a boat and were missing for 6 days, presumed dead. They actually found them 6 days floating on a raft or something in the ocean. They found them still alive. One of them lost in the 6 days, lost 40 pounds in 6 days. So Sturgis guy says, I bet they'll never do that again. I bet they will because they're teenagers. Sometimes they gotta learn, yeah. So that's good news. I found those little kids. So I hope next time, if they do dare go out on the ocean, that they're a little more careful. They had some trouble, and then they lost. I think they had some waves, and they were just floating during the day, and they had no food or water, and yeah, I don't know if they were thinking about eating each other or if they had to drink pee or anything, but they're alive after 6 days, so that's very good news. Hi, Philip and Sam. And Alinda says, other good news, they think they might have found some parts of that missing plane. Well, I saw that. I don't know if that's been confirmed, if it was actually that plane, because who knows how many pieces of things, same type? Okay, well, that would be at least good for the people who are wondering what the hell happened and wanting some sort of closure. And wondering, like, where did an entire plane disappear to? Philip says he needs coffee. So do I, Philip. I need some coffee. You know, I was already reading what you said, Sam. I'm reading on YouTube. I've been reading and referring to your. I already incorporated your comments into my conversation. Maybe you weren't paying attention. So yeah, so there's too much craziness going on, just craziness, and people just outright out for themselves, out not caring about other people. Just craziness. Oh, Linda says over the weekend some teenagers killed his parents and siblings, stabbed his whole family. What the hell? What's wrong with people? So yeah, I'm done. It's just too much. It takes away your hump. You're humpless. Right. I hear voices. So that's it. So this is 2 days of ranting. 2 days of ranting. No, there really were other. I wasn't just. The voices weren't just in my head. There were real people outside. Yeah. So I'm going to encourage everybody to read more about Bernie Sanders. Anyone who's, regardless of whatever party you think that you like or that you want to identify with, read more about Bernie Sanders, because he's talking to you. He's talking to you. He's the only one out there who really embodies the public servant, the working for the people thing. He is the only one. The rest of them, they're going to rob you blind. They're going to take your money and point to someone else. He took your money. Thank you. Look at that guy. So, well then, Linda, you should start reading about Bernie Sanders, because he's the only one who wants to help you. The only one. All right, so it is 5:46. I am just about to sign off, but I want to thank you guys for coming to see me. Tomorrow will be Stupid Question Day. The genius will be here. The genius will have some answers to all of these burning questions. Solutions for the world. So I hope you'll have some questions tomorrow for the genius, live at 5:15. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Laura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Thesis and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and PD Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Philip Chandler and Sam and St. Clinton and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Thesis and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Wing Doggy, Red Stapler and N1QOV, Marcel and Wing Doggy and Sturgis Guy and Thesis. All right, kisses for everybody. I love you. I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for listening to my rant. Ugh! Ugh! Bye.